Let's talk using Facebook groups in a creative way for your business. Most people, when they use groups for business, they're usually pitching. They're selling their services, and it's pretty routine across the board for you to see someone in a group, local group, come in and say, hey, I offer X, Y, Z. If you ever have a need for it, you can reach us by doing this. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I've seen from some really successful local companies here lately has been more outside the box thinking with groups and utilizing their pages. And I'll do 2 separate videos on this that attach together. But for this one, let's talk about the group side. So try and think of some areas of opportunity that are more unique for a group. And I'll give you guys an example. And I've seen a few people doing a really, really good job of this. So one of the ways that you can get more traction on your Facebook page, your business page, on your regular personal page, and in groups is by doing something like this. So instead of pitching your service right away, instead use those groups as an audience to do something of value, which is usually a giveaway, talking about something that you're doing with charity, anything that resembles sort of that kind of activity. So a good example of this for the junk removal guys would be something like this. Most of you have an opportunity once a month, every couple months, whatever the case may be, depending on how many jobs you're doing, of getting an item of value. And what most of you do typically is usually you sell it or you donate it or do whatever you feel is the right next necessary step. Something I've seen done that I think is incredibly useful and creative to help bring engagement, help bring more customers to you is this. Instead of selling that item moving forward, and that's assuming you're only getting one, you guys may be getting multiple. Instead, think about doing a giveaway, a monthly giveaway, bi-weekly giveaway, or a quarterly giveaway. Do it on your page, have them like, share, comment to get involved so that you can breed engagement on your page. And now instead of going into groups and pitching, you go into the groups and tell them about what you do. So you'd say, hey, this is Blake with Blake's Junk Removal. I have an item that's in really good shape that came out from one of our jobs. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to actually give this away and give back to the community. So in order to be, in the drawing or whatever you set up, I want you to do X, Y, Z, which would be like, share, comment, join our page. I have the post on there. Just comment this, and we'll enter you in the drawing for the item. And you can post this now in these local groups. And what's cool about this is you'll start to notice you're going to grow engagement on your page, but also you're going to start getting people in those groups, especially if you do this consistently, that when someone mentions junk removal, you're going to be one of the first ones they think about. Because instead of pitching and trying to sell them something, you've been in there, a part of the community, and giving back and giving away. And what tends to happen when you give value or you give something away, people tend to return that favor with either business or, kind of shouting you out, right? Referring you out. And you can ask for that in different ways. You don't even have to ask for it. It should happen naturally. But if you do this consistently in those groups, you're going to start to notice that. And you're going to start to stand out instead of just being the guy who's pitching a service. And the other plus side being that they now come to your page, engage, which will help build the engagement in your page long term, which is useful for you to get in front of more people like them and other people who are similar, right? When you start building that page, the likes, your follows, your comments, and your engagement. So think of some outside of the box things that you have seen or gotten in junk removal that fit this. Think about a creative way to put them out for the community to do something like this. And you'd be surprised how much more valuable doing something like this would be in comparison to selling the item standalone. Because if you think of the numbers, let's say you sold it, who knows what it is, right? But let's say it's within $500 to $1,000, okay, the item. All right, you could easily resell it, get your $500 or $2,000. Nice win. But if you're able to do something like this and you put it in these communities, there's a good chance you're going to get anywhere from 50, 100, 100 plus, 200 people involved with your page, number one. And then number two, just sort of think how many of those people will do business with me in the future. And if you feel confident that it would be anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20, anything like that, you're making a lot more money that way than selling the item. Even if just 10 people do business with you one time, the average job size across the board is $350, $400. That's gonna make you $3,000, $4,000 that item instead of selling it for that $500 to $1,000, depending on what it's worth. It may not even be worth that much. Might only be a $100 or a $200 item. So just kind of want to open your brain to what's available with some of these strategies, because I'm seeing guys with Facebook business pages that are getting, hundreds of thousands or just under 100,000 different interactions each month. And that is huge, because now we're talking about an audience that you can serve on your page that will be potential customers for you down the line, and it opens a new revenue source for you. So think of some things that you guys have either currently, or maybe you come in front that come in front of you on a weekly basis or monthly basis that you can use. And feel free to test this idea out both on your Facebook page and in local groups and see how it works for you.